NBA game. So let's go start it, right?
All right, all right, all right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
My first NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. And now it's time for me to show everybody I belong and do my best to represent Harlem.
We've got a capacity crowd here at the United Center. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And Doris Burks on the sideline as well. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants...
You know, and what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. Even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Brooks in at point guard. Channing Frye out there with LeBron James. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Dellavedova in at the 2. And that concludes. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
On the court for Cleveland, Brooks, he's in at the point. Iman Shumpert is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Channing Frye, and it's Dellavedova in at the shooting guard.
In last year's midseason away in New York, injured, uninspired, boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
Pass to Portis. He kicks to McDermott. There's the screen. Plenty of space. Here's Portis, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been...
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. For the most part, we played an intelligent first half. Our passing has been crisp. We haven't given the ball away, and that's big because we can't afford turnovers. Those will kill us. One thing I liked, our passing, getting a lot of assists. Unselfish passing can get us into a nice rhythm, and that's how...
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Freaks checked in. Cavaliers leading. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Rose against Irving. 6 to shoot. And another miss by Cleveland.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
He dishes it to Thompson. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
The Bulls making a switch here. Noah's checked in. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland. The Bulls have gone. So on the floor for Cleveland. Brooks, he's in at point guard. Channing Frye out there with Mazda. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Jefferson in at the small forward spot. And so it's Chicago winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we Jimmy Butler.
Well, you know, when Butler's on the court, he's going to come at you in all sorts of ways.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, pretty excited. Mama, Pops, Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
It's all good. We can win this game right here. Watch.
The Cavaliers are out of Cleveland as they take on their Eastern Conference rival in tonight's contest. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Last time. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Iman Shumpert has come in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith. And Freak subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way. And that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
So on the floor for Cleveland. Brooks in at point guard. Channing Frye out there with LeBron James. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Shumpert in at the small forward.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
They get it again.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Freak kicks to Dellavedova. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. James sinks it from just inside the baseline. James has got 9.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Calderon kicks to Williams. That one a little long. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Utah Jazz.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
The Knicks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert, and Freak subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Freak in at the point. Thompson a screen on a follow. Here's Smith. Here's Thompson. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That free throw good from Thompson.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass. And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, is getting in the passing lanes. They've been active with their hands, feet have been in good position, and they've come up with a lot of steals. That's making a difference here, too.
A follow outside. Williams a screen to the wing right side. Calderon has the open look, and it's off from three-point range. The drive by James. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Aaron Aflalo.
What a game for LeBron. He has 12 points and a couple of nice steals, too.
Clark, you love the fact that he's a terrific distributor, but also, how about those defensive instincts? That's also been excellent today.
While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Cavaliers 5th.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
No good on the free throw.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
1:43 left in the first half of basketball.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
And Freak throws it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Kicks to Aflalo. 58 seconds left here in the second. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
Here's Calderon. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
The Knicks have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight, and he makes the first.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for New York. And so O'Quinn nails both of them. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Tony Roten, he's checked in for Jose Calderon. And so it's New York with it. They trail by 1. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and you know, the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You know, you can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
The drive by James. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Cavaliers lead by 1. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, some great help off the bench during this first half. What does their contribution mean to this team?
Well, I mean, we always believe that we have one of the better benches in it.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game. I like the way we're valuing the basketball. Keeping those turnovers down has really helped us throughout the first 2 quarters. We showed some good upside with our offense. Let's keep things fresh. I don't want us to get caught in a rut. Keep the ball moving and run different plays each time down. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last. And so it's Cleveland winning this one.
Hi, Kevin. Well, LeBron, after the first half that looked like it could go either way, what was the difference maker?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. LeBron James. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed. What'd you think? And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad Mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And then my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this, Door. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
Word?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no.
He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has...
Sorry guys, I couldn't handle that. I'm not sorry or anything, but it was just too long. So, yeah, hey, that's a bone, hey. Freaking now. Normally I'll be up like freaking. How you doing, guys? Man, what up, my homie? But I'm so sleepy. I might go to sleep actually. Nah, nah, I'm just playing. Alright, let's upgrade something.
We got Kevin Durant up next. And you know he'll come to play. I love his versatility, but that makes shutting them down next to impossible. Coach gave us a full breakdown of what to expect, and we watched plenty of film. But sometimes you just gotta throw all that out the window and settle things on the court. And I'm ready. Bring it, KD.
been her way for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Guys, tell me if I should be on America Got Talent. No, I'm just playing. Second
it's
season.
the home of the Cavaliers here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Uh-oh,
We bring you
LeBron,
another
I think
conference
he
match
about to
here
do
at the
this
Quicken
a
Loans
move.
Arena, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Thunder made a special trip here for one game, back in Oklahoma City for the next one. Very strong. Cleveland's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Freak dishes to Dellavedova. Payne grabs the board.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level. And Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Thunder. There's Foy with the three, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Freak with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now, here is Foy. Up top, Adams, guarded by Shumpert, and Westbrook. Here we go.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. Now here's Payne, guarded by Shumpert. 4 on the shot clock. There's the 3. And Foy hits again from deep. Foy's got 6.
And a big-time run there. They are peaking at the right time here to take the lead.
Well, offense and defense guys are complementing each other really well here. This is good basketball to watch.
Brooks. No good, unable to end this run.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Shot from 12. Not enough on that one as it misses. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Thunder out in front, up by 3. And the second quarter will get underway. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen play. Bronny's checked in for Love. Shumpert comes in for Richard Jefferson. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And Freak subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Randy Foy, he's checked in for Roberson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Brooks in at point guard. LeBron and Thompson are up front. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Iman Shumpert. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Payne kicks to Collison. The Thunder with another miss.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
It's stolen by Foy. Feeds to Payne. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's Foy missing. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
Cleveland's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Brooks offline with his three.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
Near the three-point line, it's Foy. Shot is no good, and Cleveland will come the other way.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to their roster.
Payne in the post. He sinks the 11-footer. Payne's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And there's the feed to Dellavedova. And a wide open look for James. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Here's Freak. He kicks to Dellavedova. From past the arc, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Thunder lead by 18.
Guys, I'm here with Kevin Love, and Kev...
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. The Cavaliers making a change here. Freaks checked in, and then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams is checked in for Ibaka, and Nick Collison subbed in for Andre Robertson. So for Oklahoma City right now, Kanter is the power forward with Adams in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Durant, and it's Collison in at the small forward position. Westbrook with the bucket.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Thunder.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Boy, very impressive the way they piled on those extra points, hitting the offensive glass and coming up with the loose balls.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Kevin Durant. And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
For the Cavaliers, Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. And Shumpert in there for J.R. Smith. Then for the Thunder, Roberson, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Foy comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Brooks. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
To the middle, here's Payne. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win.
Kevin, what was the key in securing this win?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant. He's racked up a double-double with points and rebounds tonight, and that made the difference. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, you know, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right. Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, Freak, you're going to have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team all-NBA, first team all-defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakingandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste. And you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing, you know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan. Not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own, boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? I mean, if you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met?
Right? You know what, CC? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freakin' and Vibin', Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa, okay.
You love it,
All
right?
Dom. Yeah, but look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yo, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you had to say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece, you need to hold this together. You and I both agreed long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes. But he's our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right. But blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get gone. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Mr. Dom.
The fudge. Why when he said fucking
It's a
zucchini?
love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life,
I'm not asleep, guys. I'm not asleep yet. I'm gonna try and do these 8 games and then.
I didn't go to the NBA as a rookie. Watch the NBA all day long on Christmas break. To think that kids out there will be seeing me be part of that. It's surreal.
What house goes
I've never been one to do
cool for you guys?
I better go out there and
Just
put
leave
on
in
the
the
show.
comments.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's Livingston in for Curry. The Warriors have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
On the court for Cleveland, Brooks, he's in at point guard. Mozgov is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Iman Shumpert, and it's Dellavedova in at the shooting guard. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Spates checked in for Green. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
2 shots. And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
First one falls for him. Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well, and what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Dellavedova dishes to Freak. He kicks it to Shumpert. 6 on the shot clock. Picked by Mozgov. Takes a 3. Shumpert, no good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Freak with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
Move the ball. Stick it to Mike.
Inside. And there's Mozgov. That's good on the assist by Freak. Mozgov's got 5 now.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Spates kicks to Thompson. The shot is off. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And going up against the team that broke their hearts a season ago in the finals.
And that, Greg, is a pain that'll last a lifetime, but they might be able to numb it a bit with a win tonight.
Nobody near Barnes. And it's good assisting on the play with Livingston. Barnes has got his first 3 points of the game. To the left side wing. for three. Fry, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
The Warriors have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Spates. Green comes in for Ezeli. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert, and Freak subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Freak is out there with J.R. Smith, and it's Thompson in at the 5. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks put forth a nice effort. He had 6 points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
The Roracle, or Oracle Arena, was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Here's Curry. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. The feed to Green. They double in with Freak. No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
No good on the second free throw.
And now one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
And so it's Cleveland with it. It's a 13-point game. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Here's Thompson. Another shot, and the layup is up and in. Thompson's got 16.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Love kicks to LeBron. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
And I don't know if anybody can tell you what he was thinking, because I certainly have no idea.
And Cleveland making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. Curry kicks to Bogut. There's 49 seconds left now here in the second. Curry with it. Picked up by Thompson. Back to Iguodala. Just 5 to shoot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Fry comes in for Thompson. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Smith. Love with the screen on Barnes. Dellavedova, the pass to Love. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to James. 15 points for Love.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Here's Thompson. He had 40 points in the win against Utah.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the strike. The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot.
Look at that. The end of the first half of play. The Warriors on top. They lead by 13. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
Okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some stuff to go over from the first half. We're not going to let this game get away from us. We've given them too many points at the foul line. Let's cut down on all the contact. I don't want a bunch of guys with foul trouble in the second half. I know I saw the frustration coming to the surface when we got to the half, but let's keep the focus sharp. And let's not lean too much on the fast break in the second half. Get things set up when we can. The points will come fast enough. Don't worry. We're facing a team that does a lot of things well. No surprise they gave us problems in the first half. Now it's our turn to show them what we do well.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half, defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop it.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said than done when he's the penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half.
Move it.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Bogut, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Golden State moving it around. Green with a screen for Iguodala. Launches it. And the Warriors get it back. Here's Curry with the three. Count that one. Curry's got the first field goal of the second half for the Warriors.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And that one's good. Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his NBA career. And Greg, does he need to be more of a pure point guard?
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career, because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
Curry kicks to Green. Iguodala outside. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Passes it to Bogut. There's the bucket. Good. Bogut's got his second basket of the night.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Irving dishes to Love. Off target from outside. Warriors leading by 13. Down low, here's Green, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. It's stolen by Green. Curry against LeBron. Curry kicks to Green. The three-pointer no good.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Golden State's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Pass to Bogut. Fires from 14. Can't get it to go. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Smith the pass to Irving. It's a pick by Love. Thompson against Irving.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
And Thompson sends it back.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
The pass to Bogut. The screen from Thompson. Bogut dishes to Iguodala. Thompson for the triple. And the Warriors miss again.
Move it.
For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Left side, Love. Feeds to Thompson. Tries to snap the cold streak. And the shot no good, a bit short. Warriors leading by 15. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. Iguodala with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love. It's Iguodala with the drive. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 6 points for Iguodala.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Wide open. Again, Iguodala missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Irving against Iguodala. Smith wide open. He fires. Traps in the tray. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball. You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
But they're rebounding. They've given themselves a lot of second chances, and it's really helped them.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Warriors leading by 17.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system. But you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
To the left wing, here's Dellavedova, and that one's on target from the wing. Dellavedova's got 5 now.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it. Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
8 seconds left in the third. Outside Curry. Buries the long-range jumper. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Warriors on top as they wrap up the third quarter on a 14-5 run. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Now, Freak. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Hey, guys, just a little too nonchalant there. That's a couple turnovers here in the last few minutes, and those miscues can spell trouble.
Warriors leading by 20. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Brooks in at point guard. Channing Frye out there with Mozgov. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova, and it's Shumpert in at the 3 slot. Here's Curry. Offensive rebound, Ezeli, and the layup's good off the glass. Ezeli's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Warriors.
On the defensive end, I want some of you to crash the glass and get control of the ball. The rest of you, leak out so we can get some easy transition points.
Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Klay Thompson comes in for Steph Curry. And a switch here also for Cleveland. James is checked in. Cleveland's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed.
And Commissioner Silver taking a bold stance on sports betting. I mean, going into last season, he wrote that op-ed piece saying that it needs to be legalized federally and basically brought into the light of day.
That's good.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting not great, 40% for the game. High inside, working on Green, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And, Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them, and sour.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for the Warriors. Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Irving comes in for Shumpert. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Kicks to Thompson. Green, the screen. Thompson misses.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Warriors with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He feeds it to Livingston. Now the dish to Green. Thompson outside. Green, the screen. Clock at 6. Thompson with it. Guarded now by Irving. And the wide open shot from Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one. Irving kicks to LeBron. Irving a screen on Thompson. There's a screen. Here's Dellavedova. To the middle. Can they get it? And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything. You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Golden State. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. Cleveland also making some changes. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Love. And McRae's subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Well, talking about Channing Frye last year, the three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, standing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
And Green gets it to go.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying him up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Irving attack. Cleveland moving it around. The kick out to Irving. Dishes to Jefferson. And there's the 3-second violation.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Here's Barbosa.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
Clock at 6. Here's Varejão, and it's Golden State with another.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Looking to get it going. And the layup good by Irving. And for the international rules of goaltending, players are allowed to touch the ball after it hits the iron, even if it is over the cylinder.
I'm not sure if the NBA is going to adapt that rule, but I think it wouldn't be a big deal to adapt it because there aren't a lot of times that play happens in the game. I think it would be a small percentage of those plays over the course of the season.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
He dishes it to Frye. Jefferson kicks to James. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Varejão. And Ezeli subbed in for Barnes. Free throw good, LeBron. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better, he's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
Jefferson's checked in for Cleveland. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC No contest.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And it always feels good to get that first win in the season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, this will put them up 1-0 so far against the Cavs.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Curry. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Here's Livingston, and another basket for Golden State.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Barbosa. 4 on the shot clock. From 10 feet out, it's rebounded by